Alright guys, hey, we're doing a mission brief for Border Run 2018. I'm glad you guys came. Appreciate you guys coming out here. It's gonna be a fun trip and looking forward to the adventure. For the mission statement, just outlining the objective. We got two main objectives. One, overland of the U.S.-Mexican border to see and report the ground truth of the current security situation along our border with Mexico. There's no disillusion that the situation on the border with Mexico is a controversial issue. The cool thing is we have the opportunity to link up with Tim Foley, who we did a podcast with before, and see what the ground truth is. Basically reporting what we see. I mean, it is what it is. I think the last update I got from him was that there was more traffic coming across the border. In addition to that, Tim just started a 501c3, a nonprofit to help veterans who are suffering from PTSD. So there's a couple of reasons why we're down there. So remain flexible on that mission, or that objective. But yeah, we want to definitely report what's going on. Overland to Anaheim, California, and deliver toys to impoverished kids for the holiday season. Orange County Overland has offered us a place to be in Anaheim, California on Sunday at 9 o'clock. We are going to deliver toys to those impoverished kids with our rigs. It's a cool opportunity to travel from basically Tucson all the way to Anaheim, which is about a 7-hour drive, and collect toys along the way from people who are in our community who are interested in supporting the cause. Hey guys, I just want to show you guys my layout because I want to show you where my stuff is just in case something happens. Also, we're trying to develop more frequent SOPs and all the stuff that we're doing. So basically the layout as it sits on the ground, I have everything ready, the FieldCraft survival, the EDM bags with the panels already loaded, so everything's ready to go. These are going to go on the back of the seats. I have personal stuff with hygiene, and then a massive amount of recovery slash tools. On this side, obviously I got guns and ammo, and then I packed out 2 rucks, pre-packed out 2 rucks, just in case we have to make movement at Tim Foley's place. Obviously sustainment, rotopacks, water, spade slash shovel, and battle hatchet or axe. I also brought some things for observation. If you guys brought your Vortex, I know some of you guys brought some Vortex. These are the Raton binos. These are 10x42s. Also, I have FLIR, like a handheld FLIR. And then I know did you bring your nods, your MVGs? I did. Okay, sweet. So, I also brought the handheld FLIR as well. Okay. So the big thing is, when I pack this out, I want to pack it out via SOP, that we're creating some kind of continuity. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to utilize this truck vault set, and then I'm going to pack everything out per drawer. This top drawer is going to be all my overland stuff that I want quick access to. Tools, tape, fix a flat, and then the bottom portion is everything living, comfortable, jackets, gloves, shoes, those Altama boots, they collapse real well, they'll fit in here really good. And then everything else, I'm going to load off in tool bags and be offset on the left and right of this setup.
So when you're looking at the drum in the Warren Xeon, there's actually one way to do this. And one of the telltale signs, it has a little indentation even, that'll tell you the directions. So if you press down, the synthetic line will actually just sit right into it. And that's the direction you want it to. It winds basically on the bottom side of the drum as opposed to the top, which is releasing. So got it in there. We'll go ahead and spool it up. And make sure this cover gets in. And this is the flat link, so we're going to turn it sideways. And there it is, properly staged.
Is there a benefit to doing it on any type of grade where obviously we want to keep as much tension on it as possible, but is there a benefit to doing it on any type of incline or anything like that? Or?
As I understand it, the factory wants it flat because that's the right amount of tension.
Got it.
You can't over tension winch lines.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe they recommend it that way. I could be wrong, but
okay. All right. Well, we'll have to. Yeah. Oh, we're always learning new things, always searching for the answers, and with the industry changing as much as it is, the winch as a tool has always been beneficial, but the technology is definitely increasing, and especially with the synthetic ropes and all the other accessories we run, there's always stuff to learn.
Absolutely. Just eating Doritos with my bestie.
You don't have any other batteries?
Eating Doritos.
They're so good.
It's like stuff in our faces.
Hey guys, Mason here, aka Gunfu Fighter with FieldCraft. What we're going to shoot today is a Triarch 19 with a RMR, Strategic RMR on it. We like these guns. We're working with them right now. It's an easy way to get a complete gun, so you don't have to source a barrel, a slide, get your stippling done. It's everything all in one, and it's a decent price. And that's it. That's all I brought. All right, so we're going to talk about comms right now. We talked about it yesterday, obviously. We're going to be on channel 1 and channel 5 with our portable radios here. Roger. Sorry. What I want to make sure that we do before we leave every time is do a comms check between everyone once we're in our rigs. And that's simple as plain talk. I mean, we'll keep plain talk the entire time. We don't want to get things complicated. So if something happens and you need to stop, you just tell everyone to stop. We'll all stop. We'll figure it out. We'll get back on the road. If we stop and go do something, whether we're doing a hike or we're doing anything, once we get back in our rigs, we're going to do a comms check again just to make sure that all the radios are working at that time. We don't need to replace batteries. We don't need to do anything like that. And then the lead car will tell us when to go. The tail car is going to tell us that everybody's ready to go. Does that make sense? So every time we get in there, we'll do a comms check as the first step. The tail car will say that everybody's in place and ready to go, and then the lead car will say, all right, we're moving. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, cool. And anybody can stop the convoy at any time if there's an emergency or something happens. Does that make sense too?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Cool. Anything blind come up, let us know. If there's a left turn that we're not going to see, make sure we see that, or make sure we say that as well. Just so that we're not caught off guard if we're at speed and we need to stop pretty fast.
I think another thing we need to do is our intervals while we're driving. I think coming out here we were a little close, so
Yeah.
I think you have like that at least 100 meters in between, so that we can safe, because we got a ton of weight on these rigs. If we're falling 100%, something jumps out. Like today, we got deer come out in front.
Yeah.
We got a cow come out in front. So
100%. That's good.
it's just
Let's make sure that we test that before we leave, because we don't obviously know the distance of this. So let's spread out. We'll stop. We'll do a stop, and we'll just do a comms check at distance, so that we make sure that everything works appropriately.
I think another thing is for the comms is we're going to be on the highway or whatever, and people aren't going to be like, oh, this is a convoy, let's respect it. So
yeah,
you're going to have people intermixing. So just another thing for comms, just hey, I'm falling behind like 3 or 4 trucks,
and that's going to be our tail. That's going to be our tail guy. Our tail's going to say, hey, we got two drop offs, and then lead guy like, all right, I'm slowing down. Or if it's that bad, we'll just pull over.
So actually, real quick, the Midlands have a 37 mile. The Unions have 30.
Okay.
So, and obviously that's going to fluctuate once we go into any cities in terms of distance and clarity, and once we roll through any.
Well, yeah, if we have any interference, I mean, a garage door could set this thing off.
Yeah.
So we'll work with that as we go, and that's why we're going to do a radio check every time we get back in, just to make sure everything's good to go and it's still working as it should.
All right, so let's do this now. Let's get in the vehicles, and we'll go over the same procedures. We'll just hit the trailhead. talk comms, get some practice and rehearsals in, and then do some of the convoy procedures things that we talked about. Cool. We'll do the hand and arm signals that we had already rehearsed this morning, and we'll integrate those into the trail run.
Roger that.
Cool.
There's a gun out there.
Yeah, I gotta go get it.
Roger. Come on, man. Following me, Jake?
I was.
Hey George, you see those dry erase marker organizers? We should buy one of those.
They got them on a new line?
I'm sure they
I like that board too.
I know, I was thinking that. I was like, that's very clean.
Does it illuminate?
No, you could. It's glass, so you could do something behind
That's
it.
nice.
Damn, I need one of them.
Yeah.
So what's the difference what's the difference between each
So
entity?
Macmillan and Surgeon are obviously bolt-action rifles only. Macmillan's been around for 40 years in one way or another. Surgeon's been around for about 15 years. On the Macmillan line, there's hunting rifles and what we call the TAC series rifles. On the TAC series side of it, it's only 308, 6.5, 300 Win Mag, 338, and then our big 50. And then they're very limited they're basically, I always describe it to people like a menu in a restaurant. The Macmillan side of the house is a very set menu. Nexus is precision rifle ammo only. That's all it is. It's actually extremely good stuff. We have the contract right now with about 1.6 million rounds of it.
So they are doing it?
Oh yeah, we've been doing it.
So the overall intent is just like let people know in this video that we have cool partners that do cool gun shit, and showing some of that stuff is good content because people like guns.
Cool. You guys want to go see the shop?
Yeah, please. The big greasy smudge right there.
Oh, you do? Yeah, it's a fingerprint. It's a big old fingerprint.
No, there's two of them. There's one in the center and there's one above. Look at it.
Get the grease off, man.
Oh, there is.
Come on, man.
It's not showing up at all. Yeah, it's not showing up.
We gotta get the grease off. Especially with them HD 4K televisions.
Oh, damn.
New building for us, we moved here in May. We started down the road about a couple miles, and we moved from around 14,000 square feet to around 45,000 square feet. Here's a couple that are in the raw. So we do suppressors, everything from dedicated 223 up to a 50 BMG. And feel the difference. The one you have now is full titanium. That's a full stainless. But these are all made, all the components are made in-house from bar stock or tube stock. The parts are all hand fitted together, and then we've got one guy, Raphael, who hand fits all the cores together and TIG welds all the cores together by hand. So there's no robots involved with it. In my opinion, he's probably the hardest working guy in the shop because everybody else has another person that does what they do, and Raph is the only guy that builds everything. This is one of our most popular guns. A lot of civilians buy them. A lot of law enforcement agencies, several here in Arizona, Phoenix SAU, Tucson, Gilbert. We call this a Surgeon CSR, concealable sniper rifle. So AI chassis, 16-inch barrel, folds up.
Is that the same as a scalpel?
Scalpel just indicates the action size, which is a short action.
Oh, okay.
There's only 3 guns that Surgeon makes that have their own moniker to them. So they make a CSR, a 16-inch 308, and an AI chassis.
So I have
I have one of those.
Yeah, yeah, and with that green stock on it.
Yeah.
She has to sign the banner that's in our office.
I signed a banner. I haven't signed a door.
It smells yummy in
Oh,
there.
A15 guys. Look, all these A15 dudes you got in here.
There just used to be a sign in the middle of it.
Ooh, yeah.
Some of those guys are sweet as
Right in the middle.
Give me the number. You got stop.
It's not supposed to be your social security. Why don't you sign it for me?
Yes, sir. You know, George jumped in Afghanistan, right? I'm proud of him, man. I'm just jelly.
Damn, George, how you gotta go, bro?
He's gonna be on the bolt.
We're gonna do Halloween this year, me and George.
Who's your unit?
I don't really got a unit no more.
What Ranger Regiment?
No, you know what?
Swick. There you go.
Go.
Special Warfare Center, son. We all have perspectives. We all have opinions based on the perspective that we get from media, from just hearing information. But a lot of it doesn't become real until you actually see it.
You feel that the influx of people coming through is based off, especially right now, is based off weather or based off opportunity? Or both?
What do you mean?
Well, in terms of if there's an area that they know is unsecure, are they just utilizing that area just to
Listen, fucking border's unsecure. The whole fucking thing. You know, we got Arizona has 398 miles of border. 10% of that, there's nothing, not even a barbed wire fence. 85% of it is a 4-strand barbed wire fence.
wow,
5%.
no more than 4 or 5 feet tall?
Yeah, 4-strand barbed wire. Wow. And 5% is that media fence. Oh, did you see him when he got off the horse?
Looks like a Magpul site.
Does it? It looks something weird that's bigger than that.
Right. So see, they're all bailing out except for Mr. Green tracksuit.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 2 right there.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I think that guy's a federale. You got the badge?
Either that or he's shot a cop and wearing his badge.
Mm-hmm.
Either or is viable because he could be crooked.
I would love to hear what they're saying.
There's a lot of crooked.
So you can see his weapon when he gets off his horse.
So that's a what is it, 100 round mag. So he's running 100, not 100, but a
90 round.
90 round
Mag,
Magpul mag.
Mm-hmm.
He's got
Magnification?
yeah, he's got magnification. It's a variable,
He ain't running very far though.
which is rare. Just to, even when I used to get intel reports like in SF, like you on cartel dudes, it's rare to see magnification. Like most guys would run. You run like a aim point or reflexive.
Yeah.
Like
Like a
an
PRL?
M68, like it's real popular, like a CCO, but you never see variable.
Variable?
optics. That's rare.
See that white truck out there? Like a 360,000 miles on it. It's a 2-wheel fucking drive.
Really?
You talk about learning how to drive? I'll show you what I drive in that fucking thing. I've been through this shit where it's 3 feet of fucking water. The road is the wash.
Mm.
And in the monsoon, you have to drive up 3 feet of water in a 2-wheel drive.
You're a wild man.
It's what I have.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, imagine the nonprofit kicking off and then having a fleet of vehicles.
Oh, dude,
with
easy.
the telescopic antennas to be able to.
So let's show
That
you
and
what.
even the
Go buy, like,
IR
frickin-
lights with PBSs.
Rigid.
Yep.
Yeah,
By like 10.
infrared light bars.
Are those your own waypoints that you've marked?
You,
Holy shit.
Wow.
that's how much I've walked.
Wow.
Jesus.
Get in on that.
It is cool, like at the setting, because for the content, like the
So
darken.
the liberals, we can't go over there because this is all. Wait, let me see. No, I can zoom it out. We can't go beyond here because this is all res. So now you hear the left all crying that Border Patrol's forcing them into the mountains and they're fucking dying because they're being forced into worse terrain. Well, this is the fucking valley. This is the flatland. This is 26, 27 miles north.
Wow.
You get what? 2? No, they spin it. So they're telling them, come through this way because you can get through this way.
Because nobody's watching it.
Well, because that's where the water is.
That's where the water is, yeah.
But, you know, you get out there and I mean,
Look at that terrain.
Yeah, that's not easy stuff. And that's elevation change out the.
What kind of deer and elk?
Yeah, bro.
you want to see something
Antennas
else?
are like, what the fuck?
Watch this.
That's water?
Yep.
Wow.
Co-locate.
Wonder how far you have to go to get your water.
Uh-huh.
How far do you got to go? Most of them are right at the base of the mountain. There's a drop right here, but there's also, I haven't put the pin yet for the scout location there. And there's another one just right here.
Are those 1,000-meter grid squares? What's the?
These are basically, it's 24 to 1.
Okay. 4,000s.
But
So that's they're. That's less than, that's about a click apart, right?
They're
Yeah.
500 meters.
Yeah.
Approximately 500 meters.
And you said the elevation changes from 5,200?
right now we're sitting we're about 3,800 right here.
Oh wow.
And then it goes up to some of these things, 5,600.
Gotcha.
Is there any activity that you know of that's been tracked in the res? Is there anything that moves to the res? Are they letting
The
them?
fucking res is. That's why Mark Lamb is going. The res is in Pinal County.
Oh yeah.
It dumps out on the I-8. And now we're being asked if we can start another unit for just the I-8. My big thing is money to buy more radios for encrypted, more listening, more. My big problem is night capabilities. Possibilities are limitless. You know, the big thing is making it fucking happen. You know, I've been dreaming this thing for 6 frickin' years. And now we're just getting the 501 because I need certain people who know how to do certain things. You know that. It's basically going to be a business, but a business to help more people.
Yep.
And my business is I know where these guys work, how they work, where they operate, how they operate, where they come from, where they're going to, everything. But when it comes to doing paperwork of especially that government legalese shit, I can't do it. Until finally some guy came out and he was only here for 2 days. Then he came out to see if we were legit. And once he found out we were legit, because he went through the whole process of the application, the background check, the notarizing, and saw how we operated, he came up to me and goes, "Why don't you have a 501? And I told him, because I don't know how to do it. He goes, "Well, if I do it, will you run with it?" I was going, "Yeah." And so he actually paid all the fees for everything and pushed it through, and he knew the proper verbiage so that there weren't any ding, 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 ding. So the nice thing is that, you know, we're Arizona Border Recon, which are shortened is AZBR. And so we couldn't run it as Arizona Border Recon because we tried it once and we got thanks but no thanks.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're extremist,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah group. Even though we just are people who love our country and love our veterans and everything else. But, so we ran it as AZBR Vets Incorporated, or Veterans Incorporated. And it sailed right through. So now the biggest problem is the marketing. You know, how do you hit those people who want to help? And you know, but we've got a long way to go. I mean, he's going to build a website, and we have to list what we want to do and what's the first in that, you know, series of what we want to do. One of the first ones is land, and then after that it's infrastructure. You know, punching a well, a 200-foot well, is 16 fucking grand.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no guarantee you're going to hit fucking water.
Mm-hmm.
The non-profit realm, that's nothing though. That's pennies. Once you get these conservatives
Yeah,
that
but
want to cut
after
their money,
you're known or you hit the right
you'll be
people.
known.
Social
It
media.
won't take long. Yeah, it'll be. You have a lot of people who support you already that they just need the opportunity to be able to implant that money in the.
And that's what I
followers.
found because, you know, we have a donate on Arizona Border Recon.
Well, they know who Tim is.
Yeah.
We've grabbed people and they call him the Blue-Eyed Devil.
The Blue-Eyed Devil of the Woods.
Hell yeah.
Of the woods.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the other one is El Cucuy, which translates into the boogeyman.
Awesome.
I just said you're the boogeyman on the border, man.
That's it. Hey, I consider that a fucking compliment.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Oh, you guys
Baba
ready?
Yaga.
Yeah.
Right, it's nice meeting you. Let's see you tomorrow.
But that's Russian.
Yeah.
So they won't do that one.
We'll see you tomorrow.
What's going on, guys? So right now we are driving through Arizona, heading towards Joshua Tree. And as you probably know by now, Black Rifle Coffee is a big sponsor of this, and we are going to be doing a lot of work with them into the next year and through 2019. Anyways, we were going to bring a bunch of Black Rifle Coffee with us. Unfortunately, it didn't get to us in time over at headquarters, but one of Black Rifle's dealers, 5-Shot Firearms in Arizona, is opening their doors. It's 8 o'clock at night, opening their doors so we can pick up a bunch of Black Rifle Coffee for the remainder of our trip. Let's go. Pick that up and
package. It's actually here. I'll do it. Just so playing to. Hey guys, I'm with the press crew of Team FieldCraft. We've been on the road for a long time. We ran out of coffee, and actually before we hit Joshua Tree, we wanted to get some coffee. And it's pretty late, and we're on our way. And we started making phone calls, and there was somebody who was willing to actually sell us Black Rifle Coffee. That's a dealer for them. We didn't even have to convince them. They're like, "You want coffee? I'll sell it to you. Just come to my house." So this is kind of weird because we're at this person's house. So we're not going to show their address. But the fact that they open our doors, they're a dealer for Black Rifle Coffee. We need coffee prior to going to Joshua Tree. I think it's pretty squared away, so let's go get it. This business is called 5-Shot
We're 5-Shot Firearms.
Firearms. Awesome. And
Yes,
we're in
this is
Yuma,
us.
Arizona, or close outside of Yuma, Arizona. I've been to Free Fall School here. I've been to JTAC School here. I've been at Halo Jumpmaster School here. I've been. What else do we do here?
So you've been to
Flew
Yuma Proving
UAVs here
Grounds.
back in 2004.
UAV stuff. We've done a whole bunch of stuff here. So it's cool because we just called her on a whim, and we're on our way to Joshua Tree. We are strategic partners with Black Rifle Coffee, and it's just a cool opportunity that's just off the cuff. We didn't plan any of this, so this is awesome. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it.
No worries. I also
Yeah.
didn't plan it.
Yeah.
We are a Black Rifle coffee dealer. We do
So
keep it on
good.
hand. I have to tell you, my mother-in-law is in love with the Beyond Black. And so we order that primarily. That is the number one seller. And she's our number one buyer. And we can't keep it. We cannot keep it on the shelves for her.
That's awesome.
But we did have the AK went hunting. It's in Payson right now with the husband and my dad and friends. So they're all up there hunting elk right now. And
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah. And so he left me in charge.
That's great. That's
Well,
great.
you're normally in charge, so
I am normally in charge.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
And these are our options right here, right? These?
This is all I have left, believe it or
Right.
not. And I have to tell you, I very much enjoy the cocoa. It's what I was telling her.
Really?
That it's bitter.
Hot
I'll give
chocolate.
you that, but you can add anything to it, and it's just amazing.
Let's do. We'll take all four. We'll take everything you got.
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Happy
thank you.
holidays.
Thank you for all of that. And we will be placing an order.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone just parks next to you. Guys ready? You guys just know we're going to Walmart right now. We raised almost $800.
You better get some permission to film in Walmart of toys, and toys are cheap.
Yeah.
So you can get like a million toys.
A million toys. So $800 raised in a few hours.
First, we gotta pee.
Bathroom break first.
125, 135, 145, 55, 165, 170, 200, 230, 245, 250, 275, 375, 395, let's call it 400, 420, 500, 600, 630, 650, 700 plus. We'll do, yeah, it's $1,000. $1,000 raised.
Here, you want to hold it?
At FieldCraft.
Yeah. Oh,
Hold it out in front of you.
10 minutes.
All right.
You got 10 minutes.
Venmo at FieldCraft.
Damn, this thing's
No
real.
PayPal.
No PayPal.
No PayPal.
We could do PayPal.
All right, I don't know how to do this.
We could say, yeah.
Getting toys for charity. Let's start. All right, this one, PJ Mask.
Let's go. 6 minutes.
This looks like a good one.
PJ Masks, $12.
Ooh,
12
what's
bucks.
up?
Boom.
Geo.
There's the first one.
Oh, this is cool.
First
This,
one's in the bucket.
what else you guys want?
Do a little girl one. Something
Everyone's
cute.
got their damn phones out.
Oh, 1388 Minnie Mouse.
Oh, cute. It's a little purse.
Goodness.
We're letting the chief
Baby doll?
pick out some toys.
Baby doll. You live on mine? Yeah. He just gave us $1,000. Who
did?
Johnny Primo.
Oh, wow.
Because I called him out and he did 1,001. He always does that.
Good job, Johnny
Yeah.
Primo.
Johnny Primo.
I love you, man.
He's a new hero.
Oh, this is where it's a game change. We're gonna set up a whole cart like this.
Beer pong? Whole tactical
EDC, rival EDC guns. These are 1488. Let's get a few of these.
These are the new ones.
Oh, rounds. You gotta get rounds too. Get extra.
Bam,
Three.
bam, bam.
Oh man, you know, if you're on there, I gotta call you out, and if it's charity, I gotta call it how I see it. I know it's 9 o'clock on Friday, so I know your status. I'm gonna call you out.
You eating pork rinds? You eating them pork rinds?
You keto? Is that keto? Let's check out. Come on.
All right, let's go.
This feels good, man. I think everything that we do when we're doing like overland trips, what's kind of separating us, and it's not on purpose. It's just the way it is we educate and we want to like tell the truth of how things are going, and we want to give back. There's a lot of people that are unfortunate, and even us, and when we consider that we're in bad situations, it's not that bad. So let's not pretend. We got it a lot better than a lot of people, so we want to make up for that and help people out.
We will be the largest contributor to this event.
It's awesome, man.
Good job, guys.
Good job, everyone.
Good job. Good job, man. Good job, Jay. Good job, baby.
Wish you get steak salad to celebrate.
It's heartwarming, man.
Come on, group hug.
Steak salad for celebration.
Steak salad for celebration.
Oh, didn't want to.
Distance reached.
Didn't want to play.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up just a little more. I'm checking clearances. I didn't even get a chance to check clearances because we just did it.
Are we on Oakdale Road? Yeah. We're on Oakdale.
What was that?
What do you got right now?
I don't know yet. I've already uncapped and aired, but I just don't know what it's at now. Stuff all right?
Huh?
You all right?
My lights on.
Which ones?
All of them. My Seiko's gone.
You think because it's just a lot of power, like from overnight?
Look, they're barely even.
She's fast.
She just jukes Murphy like Barry Sanders, man. Look at you. It's awesome, man. I mean, anything for a good cause is amazing, but bringing Overland in together with charity, it's Overland's about community anyway, so it's synonymous. There's already a correlation there, and it makes sense to me, and it's awesome. Guys donate you $7 on Venmo, and I'm like, dude, that's amazing. Like the fact that you even take the time to donate $7 for a small toy to somebody. It'd be cool just to have a positive effect on those dudes, man. I know inner city like Chicago. Come on, man. Like,
I've never been there, so I'm not too sure.
Well, it's what heyjackass.com. It shows the inner city stats nightly.
Yeah.
Last night there was probably 10 people murdered.
Yeah.
And when you see that, you're like, you know, war zone. I think we had 3,500, over 3,500 KIA in Iraq. In that same period of time, in the inner city, shot and killed across America easily, but injured and murdered in Chicago alone. Just stand alone. So it's like, dude, you look at those stats, you're like, oh yeah, whatever. It's dangerous, it sucks, but it's real. Like people, it's like here in our country.
We were just at the Arizona-Mexico border, and we watched guys
Also
coming across with Syrians. With AK-47s, SKSs.
You're good, bro. You can go wherever.
90 round mags.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Variable optics.
It's eye-opening.
You guys can go. It's all good.
We saw weeks and weeks of this video. We only saw one woman. She was running cocaine.
Yeah. You know, coyotes
You're good, man. You don't gotta
camos,
worry
that
about
doesn't
it.
surprise me. But when you have a dude with an AK, like escorting dudes with backpacks like this size, and they all look exactly the same, and they're all middle-aged males that fit, that's not, I mean, that's something that raises alarm. And I'm not conspiracy theorist, I'm not going to go, oh, those are terrorists, but I'm going, there's something nefarious going on.
It's not
and it's not women and children.
No, I know.
Oh yeah, we were with Tim Foley. Tim Foley is he was in that documentary Cartel Land, and Tim, it was portrayed as like this redneck. He's a redneck, but he's a redneck that's like far right, but he's not. I mean, he's pretty middle of the road. Yeah, he's middle of the road. And so if he was extreme on one side or the other, I would have abandoned the entire trip. 'Cause I'm like, I'm not going to get involved with, like, you know, some conspiracy theory. But he has trail cams, and he's real historical, and really good at notating every single event that happens. So he notes it on Google Earth. He calculates the data. He tracks RF frequencies, and so he's read into what's going on. But nobody wants to talk to him.